In the mid-2000s, our jail population went up significantly and realized this wasn't simply a jail problem to solve, it was a criminal justice system. So what happened was it was really innovative to bring the judges, the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, the police, and the correctional officials together to discuss how we move people through the system and how we sentence. So what we did was looked at it twofold. Those who are accused of a crime but not convicted, we looked at which one of those should be in the jail and which ones could be out working, awaiting trial. And then for those who have been sentenced, convicted of a crime and sentenced, we looked at all the alternative types of programs.
Alternative sentencing, it's an opportunity for offenders to complete their court-ordered sentences in a residential program, but still remain tied to the community through employment, through family, and also to be able to receive whatever treatment they need. So the programs in alternative sentencing are our work release program, which is a residential program. Offenders are allowed out up to 12 hours a day to go to work and come back, and then they stay here overnight.
I mean, I did have the opportunity to do less time over in jail, doing straight time, or come here, and it was going to be a little more time. I was thinking, well, I've got a job. I'm kind of on a track to be able to progress in the company that I'm currently at. I wanted to make sure that doing straight time, I was going to lose everything that I've accomplished up to that point.
Another program we have is our work ender and our midweek program. So it's either Saturday, Sunday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. They come in at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're assigned to a crew out in the community. We have over 500 agencies that we provide labor and services to in the community. We also have the electronic home detention program, which is more well known as the ankle monitor.
We also oversee useful public service where the courts may sentence somebody to go out and do civic projects.
They register with us, and then we assign them to one of these 500 nonprofit or tax-supported agencies. They go out into the community, complete those hours, we verify the hours, and that completes their sentence.
Larimer County has been very progressive in alternative sentencing measures for quite some time. The recidivism, the repeat offenses are about twice as much if you've just done a straight jail sentence than they are if you have gone through an alternative sentencing program. That's a significant percentage, and Larimer County has been, I would say, at the forefront of designing those programs.
The county jail costs the citizens about $85 a day to put an inmate in. Most of the work programs on average cost about half of that. So the value there is not only are they paying about half as much to impose the sentence, but they also have people working at a job or working in the community instead of sitting in the county jail.
Of course, it's not, ideal, but, I did what I did, and that's what I'm here. And, I've still got everything that I can still go do and, transition back into life and once this is all said and done.
We calculated 42,000 jail bed days are saved through our work release program, which equates to almost $2 million a year.
By reducing the number of people that have to be kept in the jail, we've reduced our incarceration rate in Larimer County. We're about half of what the state average is. So while the jail currently costs the citizens about $20 million a year to run, if we had an incarceration rate similar to the rest of the state, we'd have about a $40 million price tag for running the county jail, so a significant savings there.
A lot of folks in the criminal justice system have co-occurring problems. They may have a drug or alcohol addiction. They may have a mental health problem, all of which are probably very much related to their criminal behavior.
We serve those that have severe persistent mental illness, things like schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, bipolar disorder, things of that nature. It's a one-stop shop. We administer their medications here on site. They do 3 to 5 groups a week. They have individual therapy, basic needs, housing, benefits, those sorts of things, probation meetings, as well as any kind of crisis intervention that they need. In 2010, we had about 35 clients. In the year prior to sentencing, they used about 3,700 bed days at Larimer County Detention Center. For those that successfully completed their sentences, they used 0 bed days in 2010. So those that completed in 2009 did not re-enter the system in 2010, which is pretty amazing.
The lesser offenders are more likely to be in an outside work program. So while the number of inmates is down, it has created some more behavioral issues because we have more serious offenders, and that changes the dynamic within the facility and makes it a little more challenging for staff. Over the last several years, we've done things like upgrade video monitoring systems within the jail. It puts extra eyes out there for the deputies, and it really helps control inmate behavior with less staff. Inmate workers do just under $2 million worth of work offsets in the jail. They completely run the food service. Inmates actually run the laundry system, and we're in the process of doing what a lot of folks in the community have done at home and replacing inefficient old appliances with newer appliances. Utilize utilities at night instead of during the day at the peak hours has saved significantly as well. So by doing a lot of little things like that, those are really beginning to add up. One of the best things that we've done that's been a real value is to utilize a call notification program where we do what your dentist office does. We make calls to those who have court and remind them of that court date coming up. If they miss a court date, the judge is required to issue a warrant, which really starts things over and puts somebody back through the system. And if we can avoid that and assure they show up for court in the first place, it saves everybody.
Ultimately, this is about the community. This is about what is best for the community. And what is best for the community is not to have repeat offenders, not to have recidivism, to, again, have the appropriate amount of punishment weighed against the appropriate amount of rehabilitation.